Hi, I'm Dr. Chris. I'm a practicing chiropractor. I'm the founder of MuscleCare. I see 55,000 patient visits a year in my practice. We understand pain. If any of your friends or family suffer from sciatica, please give them this mini series of stretches. It will help dramatically. The Super 6 rules to stretch are: warm up, be gentle, no sharp pain, breathe, always do both sides, don't bounce, and always hold for at least 30 seconds or until you feel the muscle relax. Now that we're warmed up, let's get some relief from that sciatica. What we're going to do now is a torso stretch. Hips should be right under the shoulders, ears should be right over top of the shoulders, and you'll do a torso stretch. You can hold your hips and just twist the spine and the neck all the way up to the top in rotation to the left. Do not move your hips. As you've done this stretch and you've held it for 30, then for more stretch, you can turn your pelvis further to the one side. Do both stretches equally on both sides. For the side of spine, make sure that you actually open up your legs. They're wider than shoulder width for stability. Put your left hand on the left side of your lateral left leg or hip. The right arm goes straight up in the air and you lean to the left side. So your right arm should be pointing to the left and it should be straight all of the time. Do both sides exactly the same. Now for the front of leg or quadricep, we call it stretch. What you want to do is you want to make sure that you're standing holding a wall with one hand, the right hand, and then you'll pull your left heel up to your buttock and you'll grab the front of the ankle on the left with your left hand. Try to hold that foot and heel as close to your left buttock as humanly possible, and that's when you go through those Super 6 rules of stretch. Now remember, again, this may be tight, you may not be able to get it all the way there. It's not essential that you touch your heel to your buttock, just as long as you feel the front of leg stretching. Do both sides. Once we want to do our hip flexor stretch, we can roll directly from our front of thigh or quadricep stretch. We can put our right hand on a chair for support. And all we do is, as we want to stretch our hip flexor, it's important that we try to pull our left leg back. So the left thigh, you're trying to get it closer and closer to parallel to the ground as you hinge at your waist and you move forward. So when your body is really doing this well and your hip flexors are stretched out, you'll be able to make a T. Your right leg is on the ground, that's the bottom of the T, and your torso and your left thigh create the top of the T. Put that right foot up so the heel is on a chair. Start with that, keep the leg perfectly straight. Don't bend the leg. You want to stretch the connective tissue in the back of the knee. This is what everybody misses. So if you do that and you're getting used to that at that level, that height of the chair, then start to hinge at the waist and lean your body forward. Don't round the shoulders, don't round the neck, hinge forward. Put more stress on that hamstring to stretch. That's an effective way for those that have, again, balance issues or dizziness or vertigo problems. A fantastic hip stretch is called the figure 4 or lower buttock stretch, and that's where you lie flat on your back and you'll bend the knees approximately to 90 degrees. The feet will be flat on the floor. Let's say you keep the right foot flat on the floor. You lift the left knee up and you move the back or outside of the left ankle over top of the right knee. This creates a figure 4, and then you reach your hands through the space between the two legs, and the right hand goes on the opposite side or the outside of the right leg, and then you keep your head down and you pull up so that you're pulling your right knee up, but that's exerting a leverage or a force on the left hip and the posterior gluteus muscles called the piriformis. For the buttock and the lower back, lie flat on the ground, head down. Left leg stays on the ground flat, don't bend it. Lift the right knee up, reach behind the hamstring closer to the knee and pull that knee back, because a lot of people have knee issues. So let's not squeeze the knee and grab it on top. Hold it behind, pull it to that chest on that side. The pelvic tilt is a great stretch to the lower back, but more so a little bit more of an exercise to the core. So lying flat on your back, bend the knees up, keep the feet flat on the floor, knees slightly apart, arms down by your sides, palms on the ground, and then simply lift the pelvis off the ground so you're creating a straight line between knees, thighs, and body. Hold this for 5 to 10 seconds. Again, it's a bit of a stretch, but it's more of an isometric contraction, and then relax and flatten down. As you get better at this, you can hold it for 20 seconds and up to 30 seconds. But again, a pelvic tilt is a stretch and exercise combined. Sit torso 90 degrees to your legs, both legs straight out in front of you. So if we can take the legs out to a V shape, we can actually get the inside groin or adductor muscles and the hamstrings to stretch together. Just lean your palms onto the floor and glide out between the legs, keeping the body hinged at the waist, not rounding out. The full body stretch. Let's stand, feet shoulder width apart, pelvis square, shoulders over pelvis, ears over shoulder, arms up in the air, straight up in the air to the sides of our ears. They don't lean forward, they don't lean back, and they reach up. We hold that, we deep breathe, and then if we really want more stretch, we go up on our tippy toes and try to reach the sky. You feeling better? I knew you would. Listen, why don't you continue your pain-free journey by clicking the link in the description below and access my full stretching series and share the relief of pain and stress with friends and family. And you know what? If you really want to feel even better, why don't you try this? MuscleCare is the new Sub-Topical, all-natural, evidence-based pain, spasm, and inflammation reliever. You're going to love it. It's easy to use, simple to put on, no mess, no fuss. It's a roll-on. I'm Dr. Chris, and have a great day.